So someone asked me for a quilting tutorial, so I'm not quilting a top right now, but I'm binding this table runner I made with scraps, so I can show you how I do that. To make my quilt sandwich when I'm making a quilt, normally I tape my backing fabric, so right side down, the pretty side down, to the floor, and I get it all stretched out and smooth after I've ironed it. And then I have batting. I put my batting down, and like I said, this is all made from scraps. So I zigzag some pieces together. This was left over from Robbie's quilt. This is left over from another quilt I'm making. So you make they call it a quilt sandwich. So your backing fabric, which I'm using as my binding, your batting, and then your quilt top. And then like I smoothed this all out and cut the extra binding, except that I didn't get to this part yet. And so it's all matched up, and then I'm gonna go and pin all of this starting in the middle and smoothing out as I go to pin it all through all 3 layers to pin it into place. Then I'll be able to take it to my machine to quilt it, like if I want to go straight lines or if I want to go diagonals, to put the 3 pieces together. Okay, so I got all my pins in. I got it nice and tacked down. I try and keep them like a hand's breadth apart, just so they're, I probably should need a pin there, but just so that they're, careful honey, evenly spaced. And I just go down, like normally I said I do this on the floor, down till I hit the floor. So you're going through all 3 layers. I'm not left-handed, so this is hard. Up and push it back to the top. So it's just, what I'm doing is securing all 3 of my layers. And then I'll remove my tape. You can see how the pins go through all the layers. Now I'm going to take it to my machine and sew through all 3 layers, whatever pattern. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to figure that out. But you just sew and quilt the top on your machine to put the pieces together. Okay, so I'm at my machine, and you want to start quilting in the middle of your project and then go out. So I just decided I'm going to quilt. I'm going to eyeball it. I don't have a measuring thing, and this is just a scrap project for me. So you can like roll up the side so that it fits in. This is just a regular sewing machine. It's not a like fancy quilting machine. So I just kind of roll it up on the side. It's big enough sometimes, both sides. And then I'm just going through all 3 layers and quilting. So I'll start in the middle, and then I'll go over to this one and out this way, then come back to the middle and go out this way. And then I might like try and go this way too, or maybe I'll just keep it straight lines for my quilting. So I started in the middle, and I did 1, 2, 3. This is 7 wide. So I did the middle and then the 3 on this side. Now I've turned it around so I can go back this direction from the middle out to do the next 3 rows. Now on this edge one, because of the like quilting design I'm doing going right down the middle, I know that I still have a 1/4 seam allowance here. When I do my binding and fold it over and fold it over, it's going to come over about here. So I'm just kind of eyeballing and trying to sew it on the end one, not quite in the middle, because if I do, when my binding's here, it won't look centered. So I'm eyeballing, like this is like 1 inch, so I'm sewing like 1 inch in on this last one. That might be confusing, but imagine like this isn't here essentially. So I'm still sewing in the middle, but it's not technically right now the middle. I like it with just the straight lines, and I have all my quilting done. So now I kind of eyeballed this when I laid it out my sandwich, but I'm going to cut, like using this as my guide, as my straight edge. I'm going to use my ruler and cut my edge all the same. I'll probably do like 2 inches. So I'm going to line up my straight line with a straight line with this, and then this is inch block, so 1 inch, 2 inch, and I'm going to cut on all sides around my quilt so that it is 2 inches wide. I'm just cutting this, oh there's a pin, I'm just cutting this backing because I left extra backing to use as my binding. So I have all my sides trimmed to 2 inches from the edge of my quilt top and batting here. So next I'm going to take this to the iron, and I'm going to fold this backing. I see you, honey, I see you. I'm going to fold this backing in half so the raw edge is to the raw edge, and then press it with my iron all around. And then I'm going to fold this, I got to remember how I do this. Do I fold it a third and second time and then fold it over? It's been a minute since I've used the backing as binding. So you can fold it once, just depends how wide you want your binding, and then fold it again. And then you're gonna iron the second fold, and then you're gonna pin it, and then you're gonna take it to your machine and sew all the way around your binding. Okay, so I decided I like this with the binding, so I probably should have cut my binding to 1 inch instead. Then I would have only had to fold it once instead of twice. But when you get to your corner, so I folded. It's frozen. You gotta let it thaw a minute, okay? Just sit on the counter. I fold this in half and press, and then I fold this in half again to press. So to do your corners, a mitered corner, you're gonna take and fold this at a 45 and press it, and then fold this up just like you did. Fold this up, and then when you fold this up, it'll be perfectly 45 and mitered. So because I did double fold this and it's a little thick, after I folded this on a 45, this is like all extra fabric. So I just cut that because I'm gonna fold this to do my corner, and you're not gonna see it. And then that kind of decreases some of the bulk. So I have all my corners, I can't speak, mitered, and all my binding pinned. Now I'm gonna take this to my machine and sew. Okay, I'm trying to get my thing to focus here so that you can see. But I have green thread, and I'm just, this is lining up with my press foot. I'm just sewing down the middle instead of sewing close to the edge. You can do like an 1/8 of an inch if you want. I'm kind of doing like a 1/4 inch here right down the middle because this is a 1/2 inch wide. And I'm just sewing. You can see here where I did. Hard to see because I used green thread all the way. I'm just going all the way around. When I get to the corner, I leave my needle down, and then I sew till I'm like a 1/4, right in the middle where I want to be, a 1/4 inch. And I leave my needle down, and then I lift up my presser foot, and then I just, ouch, I'm over myself. I just turn my whole work. And so this is lined back up, and I just put this back down, and now I can start going in this direction to do my corner. So I've gone around all the sides, and then I actually went again a little closer to the edge, just because I wanted to, but you don't have to. And then there is my quilted table runner. I had this green thread, I didn't realize I had it. I probably should have used that for my quilting. The green would look nice, but I used white, so it is what it is. This is all stuff that was just scrap that was going to be thrown away, so I made something from nothing, and this would be pretty like for fall, Thanksgiving, fall colors.